So this is how you install your SpiritLock. So first you want to kind of pick where it is that you want to put it on your hair. So I'm gonna choose not directly on top, but maybe like a little bit underneath the top hair, right? So you just kind of want to bring everything away from that area, so it's easier for you to do the installation. Okay. So we're gonna just pull. We'll use this piece of hair, right, to install it. So you pull your piece of hair. Make sure that when you're pulling your piece of hair, you're not pulling extra little pieces of hair that are going to kind of create tension and uncomfortable like pull within your hair. So once you grab your hair, you take this piece and you split it into two pieces, right? So you take half of the piece that you just split, and you take your SpiritLock, and at the top of the SpiritLock there is a little hole, little loop, right? And you send the loop, the latch hook through the loop, and then you pull, you latch that half of the hair, and then you pull that hair through the hoop, right? So now you have the SpiritLock that's in the hair that's inside the loop of the SpiritLock. Now you take the other hair, and if you have somebody else doing this, it might be easier, but I'll ask you for your assistance. Just put your hand right here and just kind of push it down so it doesn't slide, just so it stays. So another way that you could do that, maybe actually without anybody's assistance, is you can take a little clip or something and just like kind of pull it down just so it doesn't slide. That's basically it, right? You don't want it to slide. Then you take the other half of the hair that you selected and you begin to make a braid. So as you're braiding, you actually have the opportunity to tighten and cinch up the SpiritLock, so it's just like nice and tight and close to the scalp, right, of your head. So just taking a look. So far, that's what it's supposed to look like as it keeps getting installed. So then you keep going pretty much all the way down. So right now, this is tight. This is in. It's not going to go anywhere. But now we have to go all the way down with the braid of your own hair. And then once you kind of get to the place that you want to stop, because you could stop all the way at the end, or you could even stop midway through. And then there's another piece that's going to help close this piece off. So in the second piece, there is a hole in the middle of it. And it's similar to the other idea, as you put the latch hook through the hole, and then you latch on all the hair, all of it, and then you pull it through, right? And then once you pull it through, you can take this the top two little strings that are kind of flopping on the top there, and you can start beginning to tie those off just to hold it. We can kind of tighten them even more a little later, but just to hold that kind of in place. And you can also use so the hair that's going through the loop, you can take that hair and you can split it into two and then continue weaving that hair all the way down. So you keep weaving it around this piece. This is kind of like a fancy way to tie this off. You could just use a rubber band and tie it off, and that's it. And then you'll be done. But if you want to have like this extra little flair, of kind of like a secondary spirit lock, there's an option for that. So you take, right at the end, when you get the hair all the way down to the feathers, then you take these two little kind of arms and you begin to tie that. You kind of loop that bottom piece around and then tie it. And then you can kind of just perfect it a little bit by bringing these guys up and around the hair and maybe back down, and then get another tie-in at the end of these little two pieces. And you can tie it one more time if you really want it strong and tight, and then just let these little pieces hang down. It's like part of the design. So, and then you can go back up to the top piece and then do the same thing. So you can loop this piece kind of like around the hair. So you're like looping it around the hair. And then when you're feeling complete, you can take the two little pieces and just kind of tie them down. And you can tie it 2 times if you want. So if you want any extra added strength, and then maybe even to kind of just bring these little tiny ends down a little bit, then you can grab a little tiny nylon rubber band would be like probably best, because then you just won't see it as much. So this one's like a little thick. I would even use like the tiny little nylon ones to just lock it all in. Right. So then you've just created like another little spirit lock that has like your the feathers and your hair kind of like sticking out, and then you can remove this piece and you feel that that's like nice and secure. And then open your hair up again, let it go, and then boo, voila, you have your spirit locks, and they're merging together with the hair. And we think a lovely motto right here.
You're very welcome.
How does it feel?
Good.
Yeah.
Powerful.
Beautiful.
It's so pretty.
Yay. And so it is. Love you.